Can you hear me? I'm currently on Discord while setting this up for the fourth time. Oh, you can hear me. Good, good, nice. Okay, good, good. You can finally, for real, start this live stream. That's amazing. Hello! Hello! Welcome to the live stream. That's finally working. Nice. Okay, so welcome to the Land of the Aces 1 year anniversary live stream. So let's just wait for the others to come in. Finally, it's working. Nice. This is the fourth time, the fourth attempt. At least it's working now. Nice, nice, nice. Hello, hello, welcome to the live stream. Okay, good. At least it's working now. At least everything's working now. I'm live streaming on my phone, actually. The first 2 times. I think I accidentally clicked on something, so I'm sorry for that. The first 2 attempts I tried to do on the laptop, and then for some reason the microphone doesn't work on my laptop, so now I tried to use my phone. So at least it's working now. It works better on the phone apparently, even though it's a bit smaller. Like the screen is a bit smaller, but you know, I don't really need to see everything behind me anyway. But I have my cute My Melody night lamp here for a background thing. This was a gift to me from my sister. It's like a cute night light. Anyways. Oh, this one? It's where I keep my coins. It has a slot here where you can put the coins in. And then you open it here. Ta-da! So I do have a few things planned for this live stream. There's this thing that I want to try, and then there's this script that I want to read. It's not the usual what you see in my videos. It's a bit different, but it's still Doki Doki Literature Club related. So I hope you like that. And then we can have the Q&A. So I asked you guys to ask questions in the questions channel in the server, or in one of my most recent posts in my community tab. You can still ask questions, by the way, in the questions channel, since the question and answer part will be later on. So just ask as many questions as you want. So we'll move on to that later. IDK, what to ask? I don't know. You can ask anything that you want to ask me. Anything that you want to know. So while waiting, and for the people that are already here, hello, welcome again to this live stream. I just want to show you guys this new keyboard that I got. Oh my goodness, I accidentally moved my phone. Just want to show you guys this new keyboard that I got recently, as in like it just arrived yesterday. It's a pink Sakura keyboard, mechanical keyboard. It's really cute. I'm really happy with this. It's like a full-blown, like, complete keyboard. Yeah. And this is probably one of the reasons why I'm more motivated to make scripts lately. So, like, expect a lot of content soon. Um, that's okay. You don't have to ask any questions if you don't want to. That's totally fine. Let me just fix this real quick. I have a mechanical keyboard too. I actually want a keyboard that's like that lights up. I mean, this one lights up, but like the rainbow colors kind of keyboard. I was originally going to buy that, but it was a lot more expensive than this one, and I'm happy with this one anyway. So I went with this one, and it's wired. The first keyboard that I had was Bluetooth. I don't know why I wanted to go with a wired keyboard this time, but it works for me. So yeah. So how am I going to set this up where you can see what I'm going to do now? Let me just put you right over here. Alright, so there's this little thing that I want to try. So this is like a blind box, as it's super here. It's like an ice cream thing that I don't really know. Like, according to the store, it was like, or like one of the reviews for this product was like, it's candy apparently, but like I don't actually think this is candy, because like, look at this. Does this look like candy to you? Looks more like clay or something. Like, I remember one of the comments saying that like it didn't taste good. So like at first I didn't think it was candy. I just thought that like it was like clay. Like you make like an ice cream sundae out of clay and stuff. But then there was this comment that said that it doesn't taste good. So I did the most logical thing and tried it. Like I pinched a bit of it and tasted it, and it felt like clay. Felt like eating clay. Oh my god, it's hard. It's actually hard now. Like, I thought it would be like at least a bubblegum consistency, but nope. So anyway, we're going to make an ice cream out of this and the other things in here. Okay, interesting. And then what else? There's this. Is this supposed to be a cactus? Okay. And then sprinkles, I think. And then what the heck is this? Mile? What do you guys think this says? If this was candy, Why the heck does this not have plastic then? It legit felt like eating clay when I tried this. I just regretted it. Regretted ever trying this. Like, why? Why did I think that would be a logical thing to do? Anyways, let's just make this ice cream or whatever this is supposed to be. It's not even here. Like the this orange and blue thing, it's not even here on the box. But we'll do it anyway. So, what I plan to do is like alternate. Oh, why is this soft? This is becoming. Oh, okay, it's soft too. Never mind. So, what I plan to do is to like layer it like blue, orange, blue, orange. I want the orange one to be like on the top, just because. Oh my goodness. This really looks like clay or like slime. Oh my god. The consistency is it's so weird. Alright. Anyways, let's start with the first layer, aka blue. Oh my god. I think the misunderstanding happened because like when I went to like this online store of the one selling this, majority of their products are like candies and stuff. So maybe they thought that this was candy too. Yeah, this is definitely clay or some sort of clay-like material. So I'll put the first layer in there. God, this is so weird. So that's the first layer in. I think I'm gonna add a bit more so that we can fill in the spaces. I've never seen like an ice cream that's blue and orange. Is that just me? Is there like normally a blue and orange ice cream out there? Anyway, let's try and put the second layer, which is orange. Hi, welcome back. I'm currently forming this like toy clay ice cream sundae thing. Gosh, why is this orange thing so like it's like melted clay, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use all of this because like there's so much more of the orange clay thing compared to the blue. Even like their packet things are different in size. The orange one is definitely bigger. Okay, so that's the second layer in. What would you call this sundae? Like a blue and orange sundae. What would like the flavor be? Okay, so now that there's the second layer, let's add another blue layer. Okay. The blue and orange definitely have like different textures. This feels more like rubber. It's like clay, but like it feels like I'm pulling apart rubber. Like those mats made out of rubber? That's what it feels like, pulling apart a piece of rubber. And then this is just like melted slime or something. Like slime that's been exposed to heat for a long time. I don't understand. Just add more blue to this so that we cover the orange part entirely. I really waited for this live stream just to like make this thing because I wanted to have like activities for this live stream. That's probably why this ended up melting or becoming the consistency that it is, because you know it's really hot where I am, so the heat probably caused it to be almost watery, kind of. There we go. Even though it's a bit messy, there's the third layer, which is blue. The orange is becoming one with the blue. Okay, so now let's add another orange layer. Goodness, what even is this consistency? So while I'm doing this, how are you guys doing today? Is it like edible Play-Doh? I don't think this is edible. I highly doubt that this is edible. It really feels like clay. I wouldn't even say that this is like those edible slimes, because I know that's a thing. Like, edible slime? I don't think so. It smells like glue, honestly. This layer is a bit too thin, so we're gonna add more orange. Jeez, look at that. Okay. Also, while I'm doing this, if you want to ask more questions, the questions channel is open, of course. Oh, you had a college interview that went well. That's great. Congrats. Good for you. Okay. This does not look like a sundae. I'm gonna add one more layer, one more like bit of orange so that the entire top is actually covered, because the blue keeps peeping out. So let me just try and fix that. Okay. No, it looks weird, but that's the best it's gonna get. This is literally like combining rubber and slime, or like really soft clay. Okay, so now we're gonna add our next blue layer. Jeez. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like make a lot of blue orange layers. So after I've used up all of my blue, I'm pretty sure I could just like dump all of my orange on the top. Just move it so that it covers the orange top. Okay, okay. Okay, that's our next blue layer. And now, our next orange layer. My god. This is literally like scooping cream with your finger, which I don't really know what that means, but yeah. Let me just spread it out so that it covers the blue top. This looks really weird, not gonna lie. The consistency is even weirder. We'll just add another. So what have you guys been doing before this live stream started? I would like to know. This is the weirdest Sunday ever. Trying to make it look somewhat decent is kind of difficult. It's Monday for me, actually. It's Monday, 10:14 p.m. Yep, that's not gonna look smooth in any shape or form. Okay. Now, I'm gonna add my last layer of blue. I'm not even gonna be able to completely cover this, even if I spread it out thinly. This is... I'm gonna try to make it work, but I don't think so. The only reason why I wanted to buy this was because I've been watching a lot of like blind box videos, like blind box opening videos recently, and you know, I kind of wanted to like open some blind boxes too. Mostly like Sanrio blind boxes, like My Melody, Hello Kitty, Cinnamoroll, that kind of stuff. But in the online shop I was looking at, it was really expensive, so I just wanted to go with any kind of blind box, and I found this. It was really cheap. And now I can see why. So that's the last layer of blue. Very thin, very weird. Now then, we can... Oops! My sundae, no! Now, we can just dump this whole thing on top of it. And just try to get the whole thing. My goodness, look at that. Ugh. Really, really soft clay. At the top, just fill it in like so. And just get all of it. Oh my god. make it look somewhat decent is not easy, as I've said before. Does this look appetizing? Would you eat this if this was an actual ice cream? Like layers of blue and orange, like orange flavored ice cream on top of blueberry ice cream. Or maybe like a cake, you know? We'll just get the last few bits of orange. We're almost done here. Just make sure that I get all of it. I don't know what this is, but I wanted to make something creative to put on top of the ice cream. There we go. Like a, I don't know. Just a few more bits. My goodness. I just want to stop touching this. Yeah, that's it. Where do I even put this? Just make it one with everything else. Yay! What even is this? So there's a hat on top of the sundae. Does this look appetizing to you? Does this look like an appetizing glass of ice cream? Okay, so now that I've got my layers in, we can put this cactus thing in there, just like so. Boop. Hey, that doesn't look half bad, you know? So, the finishing touches, oh wait, let's put this mile. I don't know what that means, but okay. We can have like chocolate word art, like so. And finally, our finishing touches. Sorry, let me just dust off some dirt on my table. We can add some sprinkies. And just get my scissors over here and sprinkle some on top. We add the sprinkies as our finishing touches. I didn't even open it when I cut it. That's amazing. Okay, there we go. We can add our sprinkies. Oops! Yeah, that's exactly how I imagined how that would go. Why did I think any different? Yeah, it's all over the place now. You just press the sprinkles that are already on the clay to make sure that they actually stick, which is not actually helping my case. It's not really sticking. But anyway, you get the idea. You just add these few like fruit like sprinkles because they look adorable. Like this blue watermelon and this. Actually, I don't know if this is a strawberry or not, but just add you there. Please stick. And there we go. We have our sundae. Our blueberry and orange sundae. Doesn't look uh as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, like the consistencies obviously could have been better, but you know, it's just a toy, cheap blind box thing. So at least I had some fun making it, you know. Nice. So, you can set that aside now. And I have sprinkles all over my table. So let me just try to clean up a bit before we move on to the next activity. Which, by the way, the next activity is for the Sayori fans, myself included. It's a little thing that I was inspired to try writing because I've listened to ASMR similar to this a few times before. Okay, so let me just dump the fallen sprinkles into the box. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we can move on to our next activity. But first, water. I'm gonna drink water. Stay hydrated, everyone. Especially those who live in like really hot areas. In my country right now, it's really, really, really hot. So stay hydrated. Actually, stay hydrated regardless of what your condition is. Okay. So, actually before we get to the Sayori activity, I would just like to say thank you for being a part of my server. Thank you for giving the Land of the Aces a chance. You know, this little like project thing I've been working on since May of last year, and it's like a way of uh, you know, being able to communicate with you guys and have fun and like the things we do, like being able to play together while on like VC and stuff like that, being able to share our interests, our talents, and yeah, I'm just really happy that um you guys gave my server a chance. So yeah, thank you so much. I have some roses here for you guys. So these roses are for you all. For actually these I use these for like cosplay purposes, but you know, for the sake of, you know, sentiments and stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Land of the Aces, and thank you for, you know, being a fan of my content. I really appreciate that you guys like my content, like the things that I put out, and yeah. So have these roses. Mwah. Okay, now that we're done with the sentiments, um, we can move on now to the Sayori activity. Let me just find it real quick. So, like I mentioned earlier, it's still like an ASMR thing, but rather than Sayori like talking to you like directly, um, it's more of like a story type thing actually. But you know, listener and stories listener and Sayori are still like the main couple, but like the the other dokis do make an appearance in it. But again, Sayori and MC, or Sayori and you, the listener, are still like the main couple of the thing. So are you guys ready? This is like a bedtime story or whatever, because it is nighttime where I am. But you know, yeah, it's like a mod, a very short mod, a narrative one. And since I'm doing this live, I suppose I need to make my own sound effects. I guess. I was supposed to like make this an actual video. I remember posting in my community tab that I said like my next upload would be like a bit different, but it's still DDLC related. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'll do it in the live stream instead so that, you know, you can you guys can give me like live feedback if you actually want me to make this kind of content or if you want me to stick with the ASMR in which the character just speaks directly to you. Okay, so let's get started. I titled this Sayori story time because I don't know what else to call it. It's like a story time with Sayori and you being the main characters. But, you know, you can like call it whatever in your head. So, alarm beeps a few times. Yeah, that's your alarm. Anyway, serious time. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, and your alarm wakes you up for yet another day at school. Stretching your arms above your head, you blink a few times to clear your blurry vision. You sit up, remove the covers, and get up from bed. Stretching once more and letting out a little whine. You make your way to the kitchen, phone in hand. You pop 2 pieces of bread in the toaster and get the coffee machine ready as you look at your phone for any new messages. This is low-key, this is kind of weird. Like this is like recording an ASMR live in front with an audience. So it feels kind of weird, but you know, I wanted to do it this way, so anyway. You see that there is, in fact, a new message from your beloved girlfriend, Sayori. Good morning, it reads. I look forward to walking to school together with you. You smile and reply with a good morning of your own, grabbing a mug for your coffee and a plate for your pieces of toast afterwards. You turn some music on to wake yourself up, more as you eat your breakfast, humming along to the tune and tapping your foot to the rhythm. After you finish breakfast, you quickly hop into the shower, brush your teeth, and get your uniform on. After making sure you have all your things in your bag, you go back downstairs to fix yourself a quick lunch, putting that in your bag as well, and making your way out the door, just in time to see Sayori skipping towards you. Good morning, my love, she greets, giving you a peck on both cheeks. Good morning, darling. You whisper the last part to yourself. your face bright red as you look at the smiling sunshine in front of you. Sayori giggles and holds your hand. Ready to walk to school? You nod and interlock your fingers. You interlock your fingers with hers. As you two begin your journey, you take notice of your surroundings. Birds singing their songs. Tweet, 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 tweet. Cars passing by. Vroom. And other people making their daily commute. You sigh at the peaceful morning sounds, a smile slowly making its way on your lips. Sayori then starts gently swinging your arms back and forth as she asks, Have you had breakfast? You nod. What did you eat? Toast and coffee, you reply as you let go of her hand. Sayori stops walking, which causes you to halt too. She looks at you, worried, as if to ask why you let go of her. You simply reply by wrapping an arm around her shoulder as you gently push her to continue walking. The smile Sayori usually sports comes back as a dust of pink make their way up to her cheeks. Maybe it's because of the cold morning air, or maybe you being affectionate, or maybe both. What did you have for breakfast? You return the question to her. Eggs and toast, she cheers happily. And I made hot cocoa with tiny marshmallows. As she finishes her sentence, you two enter the school's gates just in the nick of time. Wait, before I continue, just want to make sure. Can you all still hear me loud and clear? Like, is the audio okay? Like, am I understandable? Like, wait, was I understandable the whole time? Like, oh no. Okay. We're all good? Okay. Just want to make sure. Because, I'm kind of proud of this piece. So, I want everyone to be able to hear every single part of this. Yeah, even the tweet, even the vroom. Yeah, I'm making my own, sound effects. So, good. So, as she finishes her sentence, you two enter the school's gates just in the nick of time. You make your way up to your classroom, hearing the chatter of your classmates before even opening the door. You and Sayori make your way to your desks, which are, of course, next to each other because duh. You set your bags down. Sayori almost immediately brings a notebook out. You recognize it as the notebook where she usually writes her poems in. She glances at you with a grin before she begins to write. The look she gave was all too familiar to you. It's the look that basically says, The poem I'm about to write is about you. Shh, it's a big secret. So you wait for her to finish as you know she'll want you to read it later. You pull your phone out of your pocket and look around social media, seeing if there's anything new. Just then, the doors slide open. Shh! And in comes the teacher of the first subject. All the chattering goes silent, and the students rush back to their seats. You all greet the teacher in unison as he greets back, asking you all to take your seats. You see Sayori put her notebook back into her bag, whispering, and I'll finish the poem later at lunch. It's a secret. You nod back to her with a smile. Finally, all your classes are done for the day. You and Sayori make your way up to the stairs to the literature club room. You still don't understand why the club room had to be all the way up on the third floor, as you always run out of breath from climbing up the steps. But according to Monica, the only available rooms left were on the third floor. So basically, you don't really have much of a choice. Sayori gently rubs your back with a sad smile as she sees you, once again, catching your breath once you reach the top of the steps. She's gotten a lot used to them, since she's been in the club way longer than you've been, yet She always waits patiently for you to feel better before skipping towards the literature club room. You eventually catch your breath, giving Sayori an exasperated sigh as you two continue your journey. Sayori opens the door, and as usual, you two see Yuri already sitting in her usual chair, reading a novel. She looks up from her book to see who entered. Good afternoon, you two, she greets with a shy smile. Hey, Yuri! Sayori greets back as she cheerfully makes her way beside her. You sit near them, grabbing a piece of paper and a pen from your bag. You stare at the blank white leaf, racking your brain for a good rhyme to write for your poem. You've been in the club for a few weeks now, yet somehow still not yet used to writing literature. You would ask Sayori for some help, but she was already busy helping Yuri make tea for the club session, and you didn't want to interrupt them. You say to yourself as you write down the words that flowed into your mind, thinking you can clean up the poem's structure later. As you were about to write the second stanza, the paper was suddenly snatched from your table. You look up to see Natsuki reading what you've written with scrunched eyebrows. Dear Sayori, she reads aloud in a teasing voice. You didn't know what else to write about, so you figured since Sayori was writing a poem about you, why not give a reply of your own? You whine for her to stop reading your poem out loud, as it wasn't even written out the way you want it to be. Yet, she continues to tease and mock your sorry excuse of a stanza. You're such a lovesick teenager, Natsuki teases one last time as she slams the paper back down on your table and makes her way to the closet where her manga collection was kept. You try to cover your blushing face with one hand as your other continues to write. You hear a giggle from above your head. You look up to see Sayori holding a teacup on a saucer. She sets it down on the table beside your paper, then sits beside you. I'm sorry. so, sorry. So, she starts with a teasing tone. You're writing a poem about me too. That's a first for you, honestly. You usually write about general stuff, since you don't have much experience yet. Am I influencing your poem writing? Will you guys stop teasing me? You say with a huff. At least Monica isn't here to witness any of this. Oh, don't worry. This is safe with me. I don't know about Natsuki, though. You let out an exasperated sigh and finally put your pen down, taking a sip of the jasmine tea Yuri and Sayori prepared. Just then, the door slides open, shh, to reveal Monica, a pen and a folder in hand. Good afternoon, everyone, she greets as she makes her way to the front of the classroom. Monica! Sayori jumps up from her seat, which shocked both you and Yuri. The bubbly sunshine skips her way to the front, hugging Monica from behind. The club president was caught off guard at first, but smiles and hugs her back. Hello to you too, Sayori. All club members settle down near the front rows as Monica sits down at the teacher's desk. Is everyone ready with their poems? Monica asks as she finds her poem inside the folder she brought. You see the others look through their bags for the poems they wrote. You look back nervously at your sheet of paper, mentally preparing yourself for the worst. For the teasing that will ensue once you start reading what you wrote in front of the others. At least it's somewhat better than the last poem I wrote, you say to yourself, unsure. Who would like to read their poem first? Monica asks again. Hold on. Like, the live chat is kind of glitchy. Like it's not bad, but like um sometimes there's something wrong with the live chat thing. So while I'm reading, I'm also kind of looking back here to make sure that the live chat is okay. So I'm sorry if there's like sudden pauses or like me suddenly looking here. So I can see that the live chat is okay now. Kind of. Hopefully it stays like that. So, uh lag? Am I lagging? Oh my goodness. Not again. Um hello? I'm gonna do a check again. Hello? If the live stream is doing okay, um type hello in the live chat just to make sure that everything is okay. Just reply with the hello if the live stream is okay with you. It's all good? Okay. Let's continue with the story. Are you guys like liking it so far? It's okay to give like feedback, you know. Anyway, where was I? Is everyone ready with their poems? Monica asks as she finds her poem inside the folder she brought. You see the others look through their bags for the poems they wrote. You look back nervously at your sheet of paper, mentally preparing yourself for the teasing that will ensue once you start reading what you wrote in front of the others. At least it's somewhat better than the last poem I wrote, you say to yourself, unsure. Who would like to read their poem first? Monica asks again. I'd like to go, Yuri's voice says with a slight quiver. A flash of surprise appears in Monica's eyes for a few seconds before she smiles encouragingly to the purple-haired girl and points to the podium. The club isn't used to Yuri going first, but the shy girl is trying her best to break out of her comfort zone. So, why not give it a go? Plus, it's easier to get things over and done with as soon as possible. Yuri gracefully rises from her seat and quietly makes her way to the podium, holding her poem with slightly shaking hands. She takes a deep breath, clears her throat, and begins with the title. As she starts to read the poem itself, the quiver in her voice slowly starts to disappear, and it's as if she's in her own little world. The way she enunciates words grabs the other club members' attention, all eyes on the purple-haired maiden as she presents. Yuri takes a bow with a shy smile as she finishes reading, and everyone bursts into applause. Woo! Woo! Well done, Yuri, Monica congratulates and offers her a high five. Yuri returns the favor before making her way back to her seat. I'll go next, Sayuri announces before Monica could ask. She skips her way to the podium and offers her audience her trademark sunshine smile before she begins reading. In contrast to Yuri's mysterious and sophisticated piece, Sayuri's poem is packed with emotions, both happy and gloomy. She must have practiced how she would present her poem, as she shows perfect tone and facial expressions as she reads the words. You look at Monica to see how immersed she is in Sayori's reading. You look at Natsuki and Yuri. They are as well. You smile as you listen to your girlfriend. I'm sure you guys like that part. The last line of her poem. Thank you, Sayori bows as she finishes reading her poem. And like after Yuri finished reading, you all break into applause for her. Woohoo! Your poems never fail to impress, Sayori, Monica says with a smile. Who wants to go next? Monica asks, looking at both you and Natsuki. You and Natsuki glance at each other. Natsuki's expression is basically forcing you to go next, and you return the expression back to her. Monica notices this and snorts with a knowing smile. No arguments have broken out yet, but she knows it will basically lead to that if she doesn't break the tension now. Alright, you two, I'll go next. But you two had better decide by the time I'm done presenting. Monica rises from her seat and stands behind the podium, clearing her throat before reading with a loud and clear voice. As usual, Monica never fails to stun her literature club members with the piece she wrote for today. She bows gracefully before her audience, making her way back to her seat as you and the others clap for her. You sigh, knowing Natsuki isn't going to give in anytime soon. You get up from your seat and walk towards the podium. Monica offers you an encouraging smile, knowing how you're still not used to presenting what you wrote in front of others. I mean, you already are. You already aren't confident with writing alone. What more with presenting what you wrote to others, even if it's just a small audience? Dear Sayori, you start with a nervous tone. Your eyes land on Sayori, who already has a blushing smile on her face. This somehow gave you some confidence to continue reading. And don't worry, by the way, this poem is actually a poem and not like in the game where it's just like words. I made sure that this was an actual poem. I'm not just like randomly picking words. The way you smile always brightens up my day. I open my ears to the words you have to say. Together we shall laugh and play on this beautiful sunny day. I still kind of like tried to make it in a way that MC would write it, but like I still wanted it to be like an actual poem and not just words like in the actual game. Anyways, as you continue to read your poem, you hear a few snickers from Natsuki and some giggles from Sayori. You can feel the blush making its way back to your cheeks. Reading somewhat faster so you could just get this over with. You quickly finish presenting and hurry back to your seat. You glance behind you to see a scowl on Natsuki's face. Considering she is the only one who hasn't read her poem in front, everyone else is waiting on her expectantly. Alright, jeez! She breaks the silence with a huff. She begrudgingly makes her way to the podium, letting out an exasperated sigh before beginning to read. And in typical Natsuki fashion, she uses simple words to tell her story, yet they're packed with an emotion that is usually found in her pieces. There, I'm done. Are you guys happy now? No one was surprised about the sour attitude and applauded her regardless. Okay, everyone, Monica says to get everyone's attention. Congratulations on yet another successful poem sharing. Natsuki and Yuri, you both know what to do. Both girls' eyes light up as one went to get her container of cupcakes while the other rushed to get the tea set. I'll help you, Yuri. Sayori gets up from her seat, helping the purple-haired in carrying the teacups, the other smiling in appreciation. Meanwhile, you and Monica arrange the desks to form a table for your usual food to share. Natsuki proudly marches towards you two, holding a container covered with aluminum foil. At the same time, Sayori and Yuri make their way to the table with a teapot and teacups. You all take your seats as Sayori distributes cups and Yuri pours some tea into them. Natsuki removes the foil from the container to reveal chocolate cupcakes with pink frosting and rainbow sprinkles. Dig in, everyone! The pink-haired announces, and everyone starts eating with satisfied smiles on their faces. The end. Thank you for listening. So, what did you guys think of that? Would you like me to make more of that kind of content? Or would you guys like me to stick with the usual kind of ASMR that I make? I actually wouldn't mind making this kind of content. It's kind of like a fun, different take on making DDLC ASMR. I mean, it's still DDLC ASMR, but like in a different way. Like, I mean, they still, like, I can still, I still voice them since they do have dialogue here. But, it has a story to it. So, I wouldn't mind making this kind of content. Hmm. Alrighty. So, um, hopefully you guys liked it. And now we can move on to the question and answer part of this live stream. Let me just find the questions real quick. I've made an announcement apparently 1 month ago that um, that I would be making a Q&A like for me actually, and only 4 people actually asked in this community tab, and then I kind of forgot for some time to make one. So I thought that while we're celebrating the first year anniversary of the of the server, we can also like celebrate 1K even though it's kind of late. So this is like 1 year anniversary of the Land of the Aces, and then a 1K special, and then the 1.1K special, because if I remember correctly, I already have 1.16K. So we're inching towards 1.2K, and that's really exciting. So as always, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and to everyone has um, who gives feedback, who likes my content, the things that I put out on my channel. Thank you so much for giving appreciation, all your likes and all your comments. Thank you so much um, to the support and the love, and just sticking by this channel. I never really like imagined my channel reaching 1K. Like, the fact that it even like surpassed 100 is crazy, and now we're moving towards 1.2K. That's kind of crazy. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I can't even, like, just saying thank you doesn't feel enough no matter how many times I say it. But thank you. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope you guys stick around as this channel continues to grow. Alright, again, enough sentiments. So, what is the first question? When and why did you begin making ASMR videos? Um, do you guys like want to know the reason? I mean, like, in previous Q&As, I used to say that I did this because I was inspired by like the ASMR channels uh, that I've listened to before, like coming up with my own YouTube channel. I mean, that's still true. Like, it's still true that I was inspired by the channels that I've listened to like all of the ASMR videos. Like, I thought, hey, I could do that too, but that's like not the entire story. So Can I ask you? Sure. I mean, the questions channel is still open in the server. So, while we're going on with the Q&A, you can still ask questions in the questions channel in the server while, I'm answering the questions that have already been sent. So anyways, um there was this thing that I found on Instagram. I used to like follow a lot of like DDLC fan accounts on Instagram, and then I saw this like post. Someone posted saying they were going to make like a fan made anime or like show of DDLC, and they were looking for like VAs, voice actors. And I wanted to give it a try because like I wanted to give voice acting a try or something like that. So I auditioned for Monica for their anime. Like it was non-profit, as you guys might have expected. It's like there wouldn't be pay. It would just like be fans of DDLC getting together and creating like a fan project show of DDLC. So I auditioned for Monica, and they accepted. I was accepted into their team, and um, they uh, they were actually already making a script. They already had like a script for uh, episode one of the drama, um, and like they sent it already to like the people who were going to voice act, myself included, and I've practiced it already a few times. And um but the problem is, and I'm not mentioning the Instagram account, this DDLC fan account, because there's a tiny chance that um someone from there could be watching this, because one of the people that run that channel knows about my channel. I mean, I highly doubt that they are watching, but of course, there's this tiny chance that they're watching. So if you're watching this, hi, I suppose. Anyway, so they gave us the script for episode one, and we were able to practice it, and but the project never like moved forward. Like we had a few sessions of um we had a few sessions where we would like get into like a Google Meet, and we would practice reading the script there like over and over. And they would say that at this time they would try to begin, and then it moved from being a show to, or like an anime to like a comic dub kind of thing, kind of project, because a lot of the animators were like leaving the group, because again it was really taking a long time for them to move forward with the project. So it like really there was no progress happening beyond the like beyond practicing the script and saying what's gonna happen to the show and stuff like that. So since literally nothing was happening to that project, I decided to leave that team, leave that group. And but I decided that, hey, I still want to be able to um like voice Monica and voice the other DDLC characters like Yuri, Natsuki, and of course Sayori. I love voicing Sayori, by the way, and Yuri. I would say I like voicing Natsuki, but it hurts my throat because it's kind of high pitched and stuff like that. And the way I voice Monica is just like basically my voice. So yeah, that's pretty much how my channel started. project that didn't move forward, but I wanted to voice stuff anyway. So, ta-da! ASMR was born. Okay, next question. Who is your favorite character? Well, that's kind of broad. Like, um, favorite character in DDLC? Because they didn't specify. But, my favorite out of the DDLC members is Sayori, followed by Yuri. Actually, Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki are all tied in second. Like I like all of them, but like Sayori is just like slightly higher than the other three members. You know, like they're all unique, and they all have like great personalities. And I know a lot of the aces are actually Sayori fans, but yeah, I like Sayori. But they're all great. They're all great characters. Uh, do you do you ever played Friday Night Funkin'? No, I haven't tried playing, but I have watched like gameplays and stuff. Yeah. So now we can move to the questions in the questions channel. Let's see what happened here. Why did you start YouTube and ASMR in general? Well, I just answered that because, a project that didn't come to fruition, so I decided to take it upon myself to find a way to like voice the characters that I wanted. So, ta-da! The channel was born. How did you get into the DDLC fandom? Well, um, are you guys familiar with the mukbanger Stephanie Sue? Like she tells like crime stories while like having a mukbang and stuff like that. At one point, DDLC was like part of DDLC was one of the things that she talked about in a video. I think it was like about AI and stuff like that. So she mentioned Doki Doki Literature Club, so I got curious in what that was. So I decided to like search it on YouTube, like search for a gameplay on YouTube, and the very first gameplay I watched was of PewDiePie. So you can imagine like hearing the way he voiced the characters, like that kind of stuff. Like especially the way you voiced Sayori, man. That was around 2020, if I remember correctly. So I got into the fandom officially in 2020. It was traumatizing. The first few times I viewed DDLC content, but now I'm here and I enjoy it, even though it's not exactly the safest kind of content, but it's a fun fandom. Am I a good friend? Oh, this question's from Asher, by the way. And the person who asked why did you start YouTube and ASMR was Walter. Am I a good friend? Yes, you are, Asher. All of you guys are great friends. Thank you for, being friends with me and being part of the server and being part of, the ACES in general. So, yeah, all of you guys are great friends. Is your real name Ace? It's not, but it's not far from my real name, but I prefer if people call me Ace because it's, much easier to say and much easier to remember. Hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties. Hold on, my Discord is loading. Oh yeah. And it was because the way my name was read out loud was so funny. Like the pronunciation was really funny. So yeah. While Guy and Walter were really confused, I was just laughing there. But yeah, I prefer to be called Ace in on YouTube, on Discord, on social media in general, just so that it would be easier for everyone to, remember my name or to call me, like mention my name if like they want to like talk to me and stuff like that. Yeah, I prefer to be called Ace. What's another favorite game of yours other than DDLC? Oh my gosh. Um have you guys heard of Totono? Or in English, its English name is You and Me and Her, and its Japanese title is, and I'm gonna butcher this, Kimi Kimi to Kanojo no Koi. It's similar to DDLC in a way. Um, it's also a visual novel, and there's also this character who's aware that she's in a visual novel. So you guys should really check it out. I don't want to spoil anything, even though I kind of spoiled it by saying that there's a character that's aware that she's in a visual novel game. But yeah, you guys should check it out. It's called You and Me and Her. Yeah, guy, I'm sure you remember that game. What's the next question? Oh, by the way, should I make content with that? I mean, I've made one once. If you guys saw my Aoi ASMR, I actually low key kind of want to. I actually kind of want to like make content out of the characters from Totono. Like I want to voice Aoi more. I'd like to make some content with Sone Miyuki. But I'm kind of scared to do that because most of the time, like people who are subscribed to me um like DDLC content more, so I've tried to focus on making that. Anyway, next question. Why do you even call us Ace? What do you mean by that? Like why do I call you guys like aces? Well, if you can remember in my Yuri Q&A, I asked for like suggestions on what I should call you guys, like what I should call my subscribers, like what would be like the fan name, the fandom name, whatever. And I made a poll about it before. The choices were like aces, acers, and then I also gave the option to like comment suggestions, and a majority of you guys chose uh aces. So that's what you're called now, my aces. Next question. Who is your favorite Doki and why? And I've mentioned that earlier. It's Sayori. I mean, once again, all of them are great. But, Sayori's just a tiny bit of, like, if this were the other three Dokis, Sayori's just here. She's, like, slightly above them just because I relate the most to her. She's my kin. I kin her so much. Um, yeah, I love Sayori. And I know a lot of my fans also like Sayori very, very much. Okay, next question. What's your favorite anime? Ooh. I have a few select animes like the the anime that I'm watching right now is Hitman Reborn. Um, it was suggested to me actually by Red. So, and it's a really cool show actually. And it's something interesting about it is that its manga was it's like the same year that I was born. So, like um I'm the same age as that that series' manga. Not that that's really like an important thing, but like anyways, next question. Oh wait, there aren't any other questions. Like, do you guys have any other questions? You can ask them in questions channel. Let me just take a water break. Hold on, I need to fix something. There we go. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to look at your messages right away in Discord. Um I wasn't able to see what was going on in the live chat until just now because again I was focusing on the questions, so I'm so sorry. There, I put him on timeout, so yeah. Anyways, do you guys have other questions maybe? You can ideally I wanted it to be asked in the questions channel because I mean I would have asked to put it here. It to like ask you guys to put it here in chat, but I kind of expected that there would be a lot chatting and it might like move really fast. So, what are you planning to do in the future? Like content wise? Well, I still plan to make a lot of like DDLC related content, and I like before I did want to try making that story time kind of um, ASMR type content, like where there's a narration and then there's dialogue for the members, and maybe do some collabs. I would love to like collab with other like VAs and YouTubers. That would be really fun. Um, I don't know. Maybe I could make other content besides like ASMR if you guys would be interested in that. Maybe like vlog type content or like maybe cosplay related content because if you can see from time to time in my community tab that I do post like pictures of me in cosplay. Like if you guys would want to see me like how I put cosplay on or like talking about cosplay stuff, I could make that as well. I could see you making some visual novel style content as other ASM artists have made. You seem to have a passion for that game genre. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Because that one time you held a gun to our heads. Don't worry, that was a fake gun, although it does seem pretty obvious that was a fake gun. I highly doubt that anyone would be tricked into thinking that, that's a real gun. But, you still have to put those warnings out there just in case someone actually believes that it was an actual gun. But, you know, I miss the only one of the reasons I made that cosplay in the first place because I missed using my Kakeguri uniform. So, and I kind of didn't wanna like cosplay Karari necessarily. So I decided to make my own like unhinged kind of original character. So, ta-da! I used a gun as a weapon prop thing. Yay! What exactly draws you to DDLC and the characters as a whole? Hmm. I mean, the way the DDLC was made was really interesting. Like, you know how at the beginning it looks like a normal dating type thing, and you meet girls and you talk to them and you like enter this club full of girls and oh my gosh, I could possibly date one of them and get close to them. Like we could start off as friends and then we slowly build up into a relationship, that kind of stuff. And then suddenly it pulls some kind of horror trickery on you. And that's what makes DDLC so much more interesting is that at first you think it's normal and you think like it would be just this cute dating type of game where you would spend some time with these girls and one of them would eventually become your girlfriend or something like that, and then suddenly it pulls like and I gently open the door on you and you just and you just think, oh gosh, it's that type of game, and you just get woo forever. And the characters, they're really like different from each other. Like how Natsuki is the feisty girl with the sour attitude, and Monica's like the reserve, not the reserve, that's Yuri. Yuri's the reserved, shy kind of character, and Sayori's the bubbly character, and Monica is, kind of like the leader type who's expected to be like this really cool, perfect kind of student, and MC thinks that she's out of his league, and then it just spirals down into this horror kind of game. Let's see. Are there other questions? You should do an ASMR and a face cam, and you can like cosplay as Sayori and do the ASMR at the same time. Ooh, I did kind of think of making stuff like that where like I would play the game maybe like on live and then I would cosplay as one of the characters. That would be cool. Yeah, I would like to do that. I'll like figure out how to do that. The gradual hints and then the whiplash reveal of the game's underlying horror. That's so true. Um like when you look at the game, like when you go in blind into the game, like you don't look um you don't look for spoilers, or you don't look for like or when you just like go to DDLC's website like to download the game, and when you just look at the description, aka like Monica's little like note for you, the player, you wouldn't expect it to be like a horror at all. You just expect this like cute game where you would make poems and you would meet characters, and like you can like talk to them per se, and then suddenly you like and one day you just see Sayori. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. But like, um, I guess there's like this sort of build up where Sayori slowly becomes like more sad, more depressed, more down, and then she eventually just, tells you that she's gonna go home early, and then she reveals to you that she has depression, and you try to invite her um, to your house to help you to like either make cupcakes or make decorations depending on whose route you're going for. And then the next day you go to school because it's the day of the festival, and then Monica tells you you kind of left her hanging. And then you just go back to her house to pick her up because you're like, oh, I'm going to pick her up now. And then you gently open the door, and that's where everything just falls apart. Monica is sociable and outgoing. Yuri is shy but looks nice. Natsuki is mean, and Sayori is beautiful. I mean, not wrong. Sayori playing DDLC to date Sayori. Yeah, that does sound kind of weird. But, you know, why not, right? Me, like, cosplaying as one of the characters. I actually originally, like, planned to, like, somewhat cosplay Monica for this live stream. Like, I wanted to tie my hair up and put a white ribbon on, but I decided to, like, not because lazy. The game literally falls apart when you open the door. It's beautifully terrifying. A beautifully terrifying way to express how shocking the scene is. But I'll leave that there. Sayori, this wasn't what I meant when I said self-love. Hey, it's, I love myself kind of thing, which is good. Any more questions? It's Sunday, still here. I can't believe it's already been 1 hour and 30 minutes. This live stream has already been going on for 1 hour and 33 minutes, almost 34. Crazy. Would you like a Sunday? By the way, my coffee commissions, like my paid character audio commissions, are still open as usual. So you can, find my coffee account, and you can like order your character commissions if you want to. Yeah, I'm really excited to make more content for this channel and for those who commission me. I see there aren't any more questions, so I guess I should end the live here. Thank you again for celebrating the Land of the Aces 1 year anniversary with me through this live stream. Thank you to everyone who came to this live stream. Thank you for being patient with me because this is the fourth time that I attempted um, asis. Yeah, asis. Um, what was I saying? Thank you for being a part of the Land of the Aces. Thank you for being a part of my server, my um, fandom, I guess you could say. It's kind of weird to call you guys a fandom. Are you guys a fandom? I don't know. You guys decide that. But thank you for staying with me all this time, and thank you for community. Yeah. Thank you for being in my community. Yeah. Um Hopefully we celebrate a lot more anniversaries, since of course this is only the first year anniversary of the server. Like I've mentioned in chat with everyone, I think there's actually two anniversaries um for this server. One is for the making of this, where when I started making the server, which was in May 15 of last year. And then when I actually opened the server to you guys, which was January 7th of this year. So next year, January 7th, would be the first anniversary of this um of like the server being officially open to the Aces. So I look forward to celebrating that as well. I should make stuff for anniversaries like this. I mean, if you want to, you can make stuff. You can send it in the server if you want to. But yeah, here are the roses again. I'll show you guys the roses again, just cause. And to the question a while ago, yes, I will be uploading this, like the recorded, in my YouTube channel, because I know um, a lot of the Aces haven't been here through the actual live stream. So if they want to, like, watch what happened in the first year anniversary live stream, they can just find it here on my channel, the recorded video. I look forward to the next anniversary. Huzzah to the future. Yes, huzzah to the future. Thank you once again for being a part of my community. Thank you for being part of the Aces. Thank you for being a part of my server. And, there will be a lot more uh, things to celebrate, because, we're once again very, very close to 1.2K. And I think I've mentioned this before, but in um, the next, after I make my Q&A for like Aces, like after Aces Q&A, my Q&A, there would be like a Q&A for MC, since I've done all 4 Dokis. So maybe you guys can help me with that. Maybe you can help me with the MC Q&A. Like, if anyone's willing to, like, voice MC, We could talk about it in Discord, actually, so that it's easier. But yeah, I'll be ending the live stream here. Thank you for... Thank you once again for being here with me in the live stream. Thank you for, chatting in the live streams live chat. Thank you for engaging, and thank you for the feedback. And yeah, I'll see you guys maybe in the server, because I am online in the server right now. But yeah, thank you again, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. Bye!